Hi folks, we are back at the 8 Regents of Westeros tournament, and somehow in round 3 we focused a lot on the Lannister and Greyjoy match, and at the moment Lannister is winning that one, so it's 3-1 in their favor, and that means Greyjoy needs to win 3 of the next 4 at least to force the draw. Yeah, it will be tough to actually win from this situation. And next up they have Richard Walker playing against Rightwaydown. Rightwaydown still undefeated, won the first 2 games. Richard is 1-1. But yeah, Greyjoy doesn't have that many of their big guns left, honestly. Alex has already played. But they have, yeah, they don't have any new or not so prominent players either. They have very respectable players left. So 3 of the 4. What do you think, Saraaa?
If Richard's winning this one, or
Are they pulling it back against Lannister?
I mean,
You can say no.
I think, yeah, I mean, I'm a bit skeptical. Richard can win this one probably. I mean, but I don't know about generally pulling it back. I think they have a lot of tough matchups. I don't know.
Yeah, this year I feel like there isn't any, or not very many players in this tournament who are completely new and can't win any games. So last year, okay, don't want to insult anyone, but you could go through the pairings and say, okay, this is going to be a win for this team or that team or whatever. But now it's quite unpredictable, and any result can happen really in most games. And Greyjoy has 4 good players left, but so does Lannister. So it's a tough ask, especially since Lannister has the better faction. Okay, so he's choked the econ for what it's worth.
Yeah, but I think what you wanted was more of a bloody cup or something like that.
So stealth is available. 1 is milked. And we have Theon, who is walking unopposed basically, although not in the power challenge at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, but also Asgard now can just randomly be in play with Asha if you want her to.
That's true. So I guess the plan kind of for Richard would be he's playing crossing to do all 3 challenges, see what happens. Theon wins the last one, right? Even if he's 4 strength. Ooh, actually, does he? He wouldn't win alone.
He can win. I mean, he can win. You know, power. He's 4. Oh, but with higher strength. So okay.
Doesn't work out if they all defend. The Apartment and Tommen and the muscular merchant.
Muscular merchant.
It's surprisingly muscular for a merchant, right? Seems like a worker of some kind. I think it was it's reused art from the first edition. It was some kind of Lannisport Smith or something. I don't remember.
I don't know that.
Okay, so it's just going with...
Yeah, makes sense. He does have a sword in hand.
Multiple characters with that Ironfleet Scout available, but it's very, very properly defended with all the King's Guards that will stand. Now, is there an old build bone in Shadows? Ah, okay. Richard doesn't know Greyjoy cards. Well, that's very bad for him. So, oof, okay. I think this game is now over, so it's going to be very quick. Lannister has... we haven't even talked. So it's White Book, and it has already Barristan and Sir Bryce Caron in play. They're going to win all Well,
But
two
I
challenges
Scaran
back.
as well with Parman, right? So.
Two renown available. Power claim. One unopposed. And we're up to 9 power. So are we now playing Morgulis into White Swords that wins initiative and then puts Knight of Flowers in? Could play to Harris, that would be much better for Richard here. And he's missed the White Swords with this barring. But judging from the late summoned fist, there's of course stuff in hand. So the Henry is probably going to repopulate it after some kind of reset, maybe. But now he's just going to marshal whatever is in hand for the renown, let's say Knight of Flowers or something like that, or Daven, and just win this round, right?
Yeah, I mean, this looks like it's over.
Tuptioran can get King's Road, so the gold mines can dig, but looks like they don't need to. It's not the most impressive board, so is it over? If Richard plays defensively. Although now they stand, so it's potentially 4 renown if they do 2 challenges. So this time Theon's just going to grab this one. I mean, it's power on his faction card, but takes 1 away as well. No penalty, no bloody cups or anything like that. He's actually going for the challenges, okay. Maybe trying to lose as quickly as possible.
I mean, what can you do?
Ooh. Pinch on Baristan, nice.
That's a good one.
Treachery. And we're done with challenges because military is the last one and you can't pinch on military. Plus side, Rightwaydown is not getting any power for unopposed now because Tommen is in play, so as long as you don't do military to kill him off.
I mean,
well, you can do the military for crossing if it's under defended.
or, I mean, they just defend and stand on defense.
I don't think they do. If both attack, you can't win on defense.
You can't?
But Richard doesn't bother.
They have like 7, so...
Yeah, plus the Ironfleet Scout and... yeah, there is stealth, of course there is.
There's only 1 stand and I already counted the Ironfleet Scout.
Yeah, stealth, Baristan, and then there's 8 on defense, right? Richard's defending, but it's pointless because there's no power to be gained. Should have left them standing for the dominance. Not that it would help that much.
I mean, Tommen is also king, so they would have been standing before even the first round.
So
if you have a reason in hand and Morgulis everyone.
that's one option. The other is try to go first and at least pinch Barristan.
I don't know. I feel like Morgulis is the safer.
Well, if you take 8 power away, there you go.
Yeah, 8 power away and empty hand, so.
So Barristan's going to save Cersei.
Oh, how? Is he? Oh, force march. Okay, sorry, I didn't perceive that. He can save Cersei or yeah, okay. Nothing else. Could be Tommen, but.
Force March doesn't do anything in terms of needing the opponent's characters.
Do you think there's a reason? Oh, there's the wrong alternative.
Okay. Well, it's 6-3 and there are 2 gold mines and presumably another white swords for Knight of Flowers. Richard had a pretty decent hand after all of that. But didn't have the reason for Theon, unfortunately for him. Yes, pinch back for what it's worth, and there's the save, a bit late. Would have been another option. Oh, just comes in for the strength. Well, better get something.
It's decent. I mean, there's only 3 gold, but you can put something big in with King's Road.
You can put anything in. Best thing would be though a fishmonger with Ironfleet Scout bringing in Eager Deckhand and then a Maester Kerwin.
Would desperately need at least another claim soak.
Treachery on the King's Road.
Actually, that's really nasty.
Vex Spike,
But
okay.
also not optimal.
He comes in with without using Sea Tower, so okay, never mind. It's just going to.
Yeah, I mean he was free with the King's Road.
So Bronze shouldn't have. Should he have 1 strength?
Yeah, he is a knight after all.
Yeah, but with the crossing, so he has 0, +1, -1, right?
No, Richard is playing crossing.
Oh, sorry. Didn't need it. Yeah, I was going to say he didn't use the Sea Tower, so he wanted to spend 1 gold for pinch, but yeah, had 2 nightmares instead. And now it's not looking that bad anymore. Okay, it's W winner die. I thought there would be another white swords.
Maybe we would apologize to Richard for counting him off earlier.
You remember when we played against Rightwaydown in the final of the 7 Kingdoms? And it was also something like 14 and a little bit for us, and James Walmsley played some kind of Imri to survive into Morgulis, and then just won from there.
With Crescent to discard bodyguard, but that was aloof, I think.
Yeah, it was aloof on that occasion. To have that fanatic to also get rid of Cersei was quite decent.
Yeah, the only thing I think you're in some danger of offensive Morgulis from the other side because now you have a save and it's not gonna have Greyjoy's not gonna have reasons next round because the whole hand goes.
However, there is Intimidate plus pinch threats now. Pinch into 0 reserve. It's especially nasty. Ooh, and maybe something else, yeah. That helps. Goldmine's filter draw. And Widow's Wail, which would have been potentially put into play here. That's not a good round so far, however. Let's see, what else do we have? We need someone to do the power challenge. And most likely lose, and of course they stand. So who's a Kingsguard? None of the relevant ones, so just Bryce is a Kingsguard. This is not
Another necklace. Oh, okay.
So this is not the crossing challenge. Bryce stands, but Acolyte with that Scout should still win the last one, right?
Yeah.
Big defense here on the military though. To claim was not pleasant.
Sword as well.
Yeah, but no goal to play this round. So do you dare leave another unopposed? I mean, last card is not going to be something that hurts you for 0 gold.
Yeah, I think I would maybe leave this unopposed because you have double claim on the attack.
Yeah, not the best round for Henry here.
Do we now have Morgulis next round? Because there's not gonna be a fanatic and there's not gonna be there's not gonna be a save, so
possibly, or
very quickly.
Could play White Swords.
Maybe.
At some point he's going to have the better characters, right? Yeah, into coppers with quite limited econ. There we are. So Henry gets 3 cards to pick from with that gold mine. Although you don't know in advance what they are, so you have to gamble that you get a better one than Lannister Merchant. Osmond, and presumably nothing in hand for him, otherwise it would be a cheeky bestow as well. No kings or queens though, so if they kneel, they kneel.
And no shadows for Knight of Flowers to stand?
The best claim soak in the game, probably.
Yeah.
He's going to leave himself gold for that pinch again. Risky to leave it completely unopposed, but you kind of need to if you want to do challenges back. Could win it on defense, get 2 renown, and just lose the other challenges.
You could win it just with Euron and Ironfleet Scout, theoretically, if there's not another Widow's Wail in hand.
Well, what's he grabbing if he wins King's Road? Goldmine, I think. Oh, King's Road. So probably already has in hand something playable. Otherwise Goldmine is pretty sweet. Threat of pinch is reduced now slightly with Euron having knelt. By the way, are we going to have a tourney at some point? So there's 5 knights in play. Sharing a military icon. Oof, has to go on the defensive now. Now Richard can just calculate if he's going to lose all 3 challenges, then maybe just pass. Okay.
Punishment, right?
I don't think he thought this through.
For sure, right?
Well, there is a tourney. There's 5 of them. If they could stand on attack. Tommen's dead, Cersei's dead, right? Yeah. Joffrey's still alive, but Joffrey's not a king. I mean the 3-coster. I think Richard has won this now. Ah, there's a king. Okay. Now you have to be really careful, right? Because if you attack into them, it will stand who exactly? Knight of Flowers, Osmund, and Bryce, and they all have renown. Have to defend with Braun, possibly. No. Because it's a power for Great Kraken and for... Oof. Hand's Judgment is the last one. Okay. Fair enough. Great Kraken and the unopposed, so... Power challenge crossing is 12. Renown on 3 guys would be 15, but there's no military icon to do military first.
And the power. Well, actually, I mean, with Iron Fist Scout, no one can defend Balon anyway.
Well, that much is true, but Euron and Victorian on the military are only 15 in the last challenge.
But there's Intimidate and Pinch.
Oof.
Okay.
I think superior claim surely now. Or what?
Well, 3 renown and unopposed is enough.
Is that already enough?
And yeah.
Well,
quite an impressive performance from Richard.
that looked slightly undeserved, I'll be honest.
I mean, I don't know, I don't have huge sympathy for Lannister with their Daven duped and
yeah, I mean, it looked pretty bad, and then he didn't play Morghulis, and it looked like he's barely even going to survive, and somehow did because of Tommen. And
yeah,
he did have Morghulis, he delayed it long enough to... Okay, didn't have any reasons, but yeah. Just had the cards in the end and top decked well. I mean,
yeah,
Henry had some answers as well, and he put out the 3 characters that were strong. He had the Hand's Judgment when needed, but yeah, not enough against the Greyjoy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, could I mean, obviously he didn't know, but I think going first might be enough for Rightwaydown to win this round. I mean, they
Yeah,
would stand.
what was the logic there? I mean, he didn't have Boy King, right?
He didn't have Boy King, he didn't see, and he didn't see um Balon on right. So.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, with Boy King you do military with everyone and 3 guys stand. There's still a lot of power on defense, but I think you should have it.
Yeah.
20 I count, and how much power is hypothetically there on defense? Yeah, less than that at the moment. And Ironfleet Scout would be one less, so yeah. Okay. Yeah, Richard defended 2 challenges against that Tommen, where defense made no difference. I think it was with 0 cards can't even do anything to remove Tommen to get some surprise power. So yeah. Okay, it's now 3-2, so now it does get interesting. Let's see, there's one more scheduled. Ooh, Bobby's game against Eric. What do you think Bobby will play?
Will it be right? How many of them they have left?
Bobby
Although
has
I
played just a. Where is Bobby? He's not in Greyjoy. He's played 2 games. He's played Reigns and Aloof. Okay.
yeah, I was gonna say I also saw him sometimes playing the Fate.
Hmm. Yeah, 3-2. If Bobby wins, still have Martin, still have Colin Weir.
I
Uh,
mean, I
yeah,
think they have some strong players left, and Greyjoy kinda has their, I mean, possibly top 2 players, Richard and Alex, have already played, right? So.
yeah, but also Lobotom is still playing. Eric, very respectable,
That's a
and
good one.
Marek as well. So they can all win. Look at the bottom here, from Eric downwards. Not a single win between them. Oof. But it's bound to turn around. I think it's just
I mean,
the
they have
bad faction matchups.
matchups. They have
Mm.
tough matchups. So I think I don't know who's at the bottom, but I know that I thought that the Greyjoy team is some strong players towards the bottom. I mean,
Hmm. Okay, let's see if we can catch the other game tonight. So thank you for
nice.
watching. Yes, in about 30 minutes.
Okay, then I shall walk my dog before.
Okay, then we'll see if we can record it. So hopefully you join us in that one.
Bye bye.